I've just got off the phone with a £100,000 a year candidate. If I'm able to find him a new role because he's immediately available, I'm set to earn £15,000 as a recruitment fee, but I've got to move fast. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process that I'm going to take to not only get him a new role, earn me £15,000, but along the way, I'm going to book some meetings, get some vacancies, and sign some new clients, all just by speccing this one candidate out. So stick around to the end of this video and you're going to know exactly how to turn candidates into huge recruitment fees. My name's Ryan Reed and I've been a recruiter for nearly a decade. I've helped dozens of new recruiters make their first placement and scale their agency up to £10,000 per month. So let's get into it. To get him a new position, I'm going to be using a technique called your MPC, which is your most placeable candidate. I don't like to do the traditional method of go and speak to a load of companies, get some vacancies off them and go and work those vacancies. I like having a product to sell. That's how I sell best. And I think that's how most of you will probably sell best. You're not going to clients trying to explain how good you are as a recruiter, what your experience is, what your contacts are. You're going to them with something that you think they are already in the market for. Now, every single sector and niche, regardless of whatever it is in recruitment, has a couple of positions that are always in demand. These are roles that are harder to fill. Now, I'm not going to be talking about junior engineers on £25,000, £30,000. I'm not going to be talking about people who are applying for jobs all the time. They've got job boards for that. What I'm going to be trying to spec out is candidates who are on £80,000, £90,000, £100,000 a year, like this guy I've got. These people aren't applying for jobs on CV Library, on Indeed. What these people are doing is waiting for recruiters to reach out to them, speak to them, tell them about a few opportunities, get to know them, see what's best, and they go out and source the best possible role for them. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out who this guy is, what does he want, what sort of money is he looking for, and then I'm going to match companies up to the one that he currently works at right now. Just imagine he's a footballer. He plays for Manchester United. He's a centre midfielder. Logically, the place I would go as his football agent, which all recruiting really is you're just a football agent but for people in a different sector. I'm going to go to all the other Premier League teams and go, I've got a centre midfielder for one of the biggest clubs in England and the world. Would you be interested in speaking to him? Yes, I think I would. That is the response. Instead of being a football agent, calling clubs up and going, I'd like to get players for you. I'd like to do your player recruitment for you. Can I come and have a meeting with you? Go away. Not interested. But when I go to them with a player that they are actually looking for, they are more than likely to pick up the phone, invite me in for a meeting, tell me all about their business, tell me what they're turning over, how many recruiters they use a year, how much money they spend on recruiters, and they're more than likely going to sign terms with me and start giving me some of those vacancies. And that's how I can turn one good candidate into tens of thousands in new business just from one candidate. That's all you need to actually get started with your recruiting business. You don't need to get a huge list of companies and start calling them up, trying to book meetings and get vacancies off them. All you need is one most placeable candidate who you can then use to go and spec out to a wide range of different companies. And remember, this guy already works for a company, or he was a few days ago. All I need to do is figure out what are the similar businesses to them. I can use Google, ChatGPT, LinkedIn, any other sources just to find which are the similar business. Now, this guy works for a civil engineering company who do highways. So naturally, I'm going to draw a dot of like 40 to 50 miles around his house because that's about an hour's worth of travel. I'm then going to contact all the civil engineering companies in and around that 40 to 50 mile radius, and I'm going to tell them about this fella. I'm going to call him up and say, look, I'm representing a guy at the moment. He's a commercial manager. He currently does civil engineering. He's looking to move right now. He's based pretty close to you. He's on this amount of money. Would you be interested in seeing his CV? Maybe even potentially interviewing him? And then they go, yes, okay, I'd like to see the CV. Before I send the CV over, we haven't got any terms. And I need to know a little bit about your business, because if you do like him, I obviously have to sell your business to him as well. So why don't we actually just get like a 15-minute meeting booked in? You can tell me all about your business. I'll tell you all about him, and hopefully we can come together. And even if you don't have this candidate off me, Mr. Client, I can produce these types of candidates for you all the time. Now, this is a much easier sell than me calling those exact same clients up going, Come on, let's have a meeting. Let's do all this. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to contact every single company that matches his company description, what he does right now. And I'm going to contact every single hiring manager. I'm going to have his CV ready, and I'm going to remove his name and the current company he works for. And I'm going to send that out. Every single person I send his CV out to over the next 48 hours, I'm going to follow up with that call where I'm going to say, you know, what I just went through, let's book that meeting. Now, if you do this for, let's say, 50 businesses, and you are actually representing a candidate who is in demand by the market, let's say they've got 10 years worth of experience and they've been working at this company they're at right now for 3 or 4 years, and they're moving for the right sort of reasons. They want to progress their career. They want to go to a bigger company. They're not just moving just for the sake of money. They're not just moving because they fell out with their current boss. They're moving for the right sort of reasons, okay? That's what a most placeable candidate is. And if that person is like 15 grand undervalued, 10 grand undervalued, and this hiring company can give them an extra 10k and they're just paying market rate, they've got a steal. They've got a really good deal there. So they're not going to mind paying you, the recruiter, 10, 15k to get this person. So far, all I've done is I spoke to this guy. I've got his CV. I understand what he's looking for. I know exactly what money he wants. I know everything about him to go and get him a new role. I'm then introducing this candidate to multiple businesses who are similar to the one he works at right now. I'm going to them and I'm saying, look, I've got this guy. Would you be interested? Even if you're not, I can supply similar type candidates to this. Let's book a meeting. Let's discuss some other vacancies. Let's sign some terms of business. Give me some of your business. That's how you get clients. If I reach out to 50 companies and I've got a real good candidate, more than likely, at least 5 of them are going to want to interview this person. And then probably another 5 are going to have a conversation with me and they're going to tell me about their business. So off the back of this one person, I could potentially book 5 interviews, book another 5 meetings, and probably sign 3 or 4 clients who are going to continuously give me vacancies, all off one candidate. All you need to do with this is a little bit of research into your sector and niche. Find out what the top paying roles are and find out from companies off Google or whatever it may be, what are the most in demand roles, what are the hardest to fill roles, and then go and find candidates who fit that description. Get those candidates, tell enough people about it, and manage the interview process. Get terms of business signed before you send any actual information over, before you book the interview. That's all you need to do. From there, the interview is going to happen. You're going to make sure both parties get along. Did it all go well? Yes, it did. Fantastic. This is what he's looking for now. Make sure both parties keep up their end. The candidate doesn't get too excited thinking, oh my God, I'm going to get 25, 30k uplift. Like, settle down. Let me manage it. And the same with the client. Make sure they don't lowball him. Don't try to pull a fast one. Don't delay too much. Try and get things to happen quickly. And should all that go well, everything goes perfect, you can then facilitate the offer. They accept the offer. Again, this is all going well so far. You then just arrange the start date. Make sure both parties are happy with what's going on. No issues with the contracts. They put their notice in, that type of thing. Then once this candidate starts, I'm going to send an invoice for £15,000 because I charge 15%. He's on 100k. Let's say he gets a 100k offer. I'm going to send an invoice on the first day once I confirm with the client, with the candidate, everything's good. 15k invoice sent over. Pay me in 14 days. Thank you very much. This is something I've done for nearly a decade now. It works time and time and time again. It's the easiest way to sign new clients. It's the easiest way to book meetings, get vacancies, and grow your recruitment business. This is what took me when I first started as a recruiter, and I was calling companies up going, can you give me a role? Can you give me this? Can you give me a vacancy? And it was such hard work. And then one day, a senior recruiter went, you've been doing that all along. Come and do this, my friend. Do this instead. I was like, okay. He sent out one email spec of my candidate, and I booked 4 interviews in one day. And from there, my entire career changed. I went from struggling to do 5k a month to doing 15, 20k months, just like that. From actually understanding how to identify key players in the industry, outreach to clients, how to perfect an MPC call. Now, here comes my pitch. If you would like a personalized approach, if you want to learn how to do this stuff properly, I'm going to drop a link in the description. I have a 90-day mentorship program. It's not just a series of videos with scripts, tutorials, software, all that sort of stuff. It's not just that, okay? And it's not just a group chat where you can share vacancies together, you can talk about problems or issues. Every Monday and Friday that you're in there, you're going to have a Monday sales meeting. You're going to say, this is what I'm going to do for this week. This is the KPIs. These are candidates I'm working with. This is what I'm doing this week. You are then, on a Friday, you're going to say, this is what I actually did this week. This is where I got with this candidate. This is where I got with this vacancy. This is how you go from zero knowledge or not billing as much as a recruiter to making 150, 200K as a recruiter. It's not good enough just to have a series of videos. You actually need to run this like a real sales process. And that's exactly how we run it in my mentorship program. Monday meeting, Friday meeting, back and forth in the group chat, collab on vacancies, share profits, make a lot of money. If you're interested, click the link below, book a free call, and we'll discuss it. Cheers.